All right, y'all. Hi. I drive a 2020 Tiguan SE. You know, I like the music on it and all. It's pretty good, but it's not good enough. The subwoofer, the bass in the back, just there was never any, and so it's not good. But today, guys, welcome to Master V and Sons channel. Today, we're gonna be installing a subwoofer for the Tiguan 2020. So anything that's 2019 and up, I think we have a video for y'all. We're the first YouTubers to make a video about this. So watch and we'll teach you how to install it for your own video. All right, let's get to it. Bam. All right, let's go. So in my Tiguan 2020, I have the Tiguan SE 2020 edition. Let's see what I have in my trunk. Let's see what I have, baby. Bam. So we first of all got few wires in here, but we'll get to that. Let's get to the actual speaker. This speaker will go where my spare tire goes, so it's pretty nice size. We got the Helix. This is the amp. We got the Helix Yo, made in Germany. And this is what we have. This is gonna be my new subwoofer. Let's check it out. Let's put it on the table right back here. Wow. We got it. We got our amp. We got our wiring. We got an extra circle here that's gonna go in between here and make sure that where my spare tire is, the speaker will not budge. And we got a few bolts and screws. This is the installation. Dun, 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 dun. Master V and Sons channel, we're out. All right, so the speaker, by the way, is gonna go into my spare tire unit, which pushing this back actually shows you where this is. We're gonna be unscrewing this and removing the spare tire and running the wiring through the actual car all the way up to the front. So the way it actually starts is we actually have to start with the wiring. So follow me and let's go to the passenger front seat. Alrighty, so this is the front. Alright, so this is where the car radio is actually. This is the unit that displays it. This is the car radio. So, alrighty, these are the tools. Make sure you have them turned the right way, okay? So, I'm put this right side into the right side, put this left side into the left side. And now we can just pull this right out. And now we have been able to remove the car radio unit. This allows us to go to the wiring, which is how we're going to be connecting the subwoofer to the whole unit itself. All right, let's get to it. To start, we actually need to flip over the subwoofer so that we can actually install the amp. So let's do it. Alrighty, so we actually have a little bit of instructions on how to install this properly. We do want to make sure that the connector does match in with the output. And we do have additional wires to also install. Once you have all the wires connected, then you want to nail it down. Otherwise, it's going to be quite hectic. So that's the first part. All right, so the first step is actually going to be running the wire through, which is going to be in this area. We're going to pull this trim off by getting the fingers under there and pulling off the pins. Alrighty, let me give you guys a little update of what we're doing right now. Currently, we're actually taking off the trim so that we can actually place the wiring through. So, we took off the trim on the rear side because since this thing goes all the way up, we're gonna try to place the wire right through between there. And then as well, as we have started to remove a little bit of the trim here and there so that we can actually place the wire all the way through the car radio without being have any annoyance. Oh man, that code needs to go. Alright, so we kind of passed the wiring through, at least for the rear end. You're probably wondering why is Helix on the other side. It's just the way we kind of screwed in the amp, but it all works the same way. So now we just wired through the rear end seat using the side, and we're gonna put the spacer in between here. When you take a closer look at the subwoofer, you're probably wondering why Helix is on the other side. The way we screwed in our amp was screwed in correctly. I mean, it's still correct because it does the same thing. It just doesn't look as beautiful, so keep that in mind when you're screwing it yourself. Then we just making it sure that it stays steady and it doesn't budge anywhere. Yep, it's sturdy. Awesome. Let me just, now it's a hidden subwoofer. Let's do it. All right, next is closer to the front now. Here. And we're gonna continue it all the way over here. Voila. хитрый. This is Master V and Sons channel. We're out. Alright, welcome back. So we're actually shooting this another week later. As you can see, the speaker is still inside of my car. There's some things that we have learned from the previous week. Number one, probably take your battery out or remove the fuse. There's a fuse 20 that's connected to your infotainment system that can be, if you put the negative and the positive together, will totally pop the fuse out. So either take the fuse out or the battery before installing. That's number one. Number two, being with the speaker for about a week now, I have tried to play around with the gain a little bit. I've tried to play around with my own actual infotainment system, changing the bass, the subwoofer. It's for $500, $600 this speaker is, without installation. It does not give you the thump you might be looking for. If you're looking for more bass, more power, this speaker looks very nice in the trunk. It has two 5s, but still not enough power for me at least. Like, I try to play some music with better bass, it's not there. It's just not there. I've taken it to try and get it programmed, it is not there. So that's the second thing I would say. Number three, the wiring and all that was pretty easy to do, so feel free to look at the video. And then lastly, my full takeaway about this whole speaker here. This speaker does take your spare tire away, so realizing that there's not enough power in the subwoofer, it makes more sense to get the subwoofer that's goes on top of your spare tire, because then you'll have your bass and your spare tire all still hidden in the Tiguan or even a Golf, depending on which car you drive, specifically for Volkswagen, of course. So that's my takeaway. Again, if you guys have any questions about the installation process, if you guys have any questions about where the wiring goes, please subscribe, please send a like, please comment, especially because every view that we get really helps us out here. All right, welcome to Master V and Sons channel. Thank you guys for watching, and we wish you an amazing one. Thank you.